All over the world, the cohesion and cooperation that used to characterize rural communities is being replaced by a different mindset where everyone acts for him or herself. Sadly, without community cooperation, some traditional farming techniques which require the combined effort of the collective have become harder to sustain. African ancestral small grains like finger millet, pearl millet, barnyard millet, and sorghum have major advantages in today's world. They are drought-resistant and nutritious, but they also require considerably more time and energy to thresh and winnow than westernized hybrid maize. This represents a major challenge to communities who transition back to millet after farming maize as their staple for decades. This is why the people of Mamutse in Bikita are once again falling back on ancient practices like Jaka. Jaka is a Shona word that describes a traditional practice where the community comes together in solidarity to collectively accomplish strenuous tasks like plowing, weeding, threshing, and winnowing, which would otherwise be almost impossible for any one individual. Jaka builds community bonds and nurtures collective values of reciprocity and mutual care. It also reinforces local food sovereignty and contributes to ongoing community-wide work on landscape regeneration. The Jaka ceremony that was filmed in Mamutse, Bikita on the 23rd of August 2025 was to thresh and winnow finger millet for Mai Elizabeth Turugare. Over 60 participants, including Earth Law Foundation staff, visiting farmers from South African communities, neighbors, family and friends came together to share the strenuous work. The ceremony included singing, dancing, drumming, ululating, and the consumption of maeo and traditional beer to boost morale and build unity, community cohesion, cultural heritage, and intergenerational knowledge. The next generation were also encouraged to participate fully in the shared labor and music making, and they enjoyed drumming and dancing together. Many of the traditional sacred songs sung by the women during Jaka include vulgar language that is normally considered taboo. During Jaka, however, the women are free to express themselves in ways that might otherwise be suppressed. Lunch was served during the heat of the day when people rested in the shade of trees on the rocky outcrop near the Ruare, where the threshing had taken place. After the grain had been successfully threshed, it was then winnowed and cleaned in the traditional way, and the fruit of this labor carried back to the homestead by the young men of the community for storage. In gratitude for their contribution, participants received a share of the millet they had worked so hard to thresh and winnow. Everyone left the celebration with a deeper appreciation of the traditional practices of their ancestors and their continued relevance today. The Jaka represents just one stage of the journey of these Bikita communities to revive their traditional ecological knowledge and practices, enhance seed diversity, and reinvigorate ancient farming and governance systems. They have been joined on this path by Earth Law, and together they are forging ever deeper, more meaningful relationships with their ancestral lands and sacred sites, now more essential than ever to navigate the threats of climate change.